Hey guys, so I'm still recovering from being sick. I just want to firstly say, because if I do sound a little bit weird, it is because I am recovering. So, secondly, today I'm going to show you how to make a bowl out of air dry clay. It can be any bowl you want. I'm doing a bowl for me personally, and I'm just going to do it the way I want, but if you want to make a different shape or something, still follow these exact same steps, just make it the different shape. Now, the first thing you need is air dry clay. It can really be any clay, but I like to let it kind of dry overnight. So I would recommend air dry clay. So what I'm going to do is just cut a piece of my air dry clay and start working with that. Okay. And also, always make sure that your clay is fully covered up when you're done using it, or else it will dry up and it will get cracked inside. And then that makes it not as useful. Okay. So I'm just going to cut what I would like. It's kind of hard to do. Like, see, like, this is the block right now I'm working with. So it's huge. Now, if you are working with a block like I am, then just kind of cut of what you think you'll need. You can always go back and add more. And for kind of price range, this is 10 pounds and it's only about $10. So it's a lot for a really cheap price. And this came from AC Moore, in case any of you want to get the 10-pound block of air dry clay. Okay. Okay, so this should be good. So, I'm gonna move this back down. Okay. So, let's just get started right away. And, first of all, if you have any rings on, I would recommend taking them off so you don't get clay in them, because that is really hard to get out of them. And next. Alright, so what we want to do is kind of really press it and get it out of that square shape it's in from what we cut it to. So just kind of flatten it out, make it into a ball, whatever. Just get it out of that shape. Okay. So I will move this up a little bit for you guys. Okay. So the next thing we want to do is start kind of making it into the shape we want. And to do that, we need to kind of flatten it out a little bit. Not fully, you know, it's still not that flattened out. But I'm going to make my bowl kind of thick in a way. And I do have something to help me. This is just a regular styrofoam bowl. And it will probably break with the heaviness of the clay, like it is kind of bending. But that's okay, because I'm just kind of using it for a reference, you know, of, you know, what does a bowl look like, kind of, and what shape do I really want to put it in to make it as realistic as possible. So, kind of just start holding it and molding it, adding pressure to the center of the bowl to make sure that that gets flattened out. Now, you don't want it obviously too flattened out because you are going to put items in the bowl. You never want it too thin anywhere, because once when it dries, it is going to cause some cracking and such if it is really thin. Okay. You can always add more clay too if you see, oh, you know, well, the sides over here is too thin, and you can kind of just add on and build up. Okay. Just make it as high as you want without getting too thin. Okay. Now kind of press from the bottom as in the top and go around. Like, see how I'm pressing here and I'm holding here at the same time and I'm moving it in that upward shape? That's helping it build. Okay, so all these bumps on the top are gonna go away. You know, we just have to smooth it out. Now what you can do is take any kind of paintbrush you want. You can do it that way, which, you know, we can definitely try it that way. I've read up on it. I haven't tried it, but I will try. Okay, so just kind of go that way. I'm just going to go and add a little bit of water. Okay, now the reason why I did get a little bowl of water is because I'm going to dump my paintbrush in that. And kind of go put it on the edges of the clay. And it's going to soften it up so then I can do my perfectly shaped pieces. Now you don't want it too watery either, or else it's not going to dry as good, but this is going to help smooth out all the crap I have inside in building it up. Okay, so make sure all the sides are pretty even. Alright, and then kind of just dip it in the water and smooth it out. Okay, go around the top, add some water, and smooth it out. And then kind of keep going. Now this does get your hands very, very dirty. But that's okay. That's kind of the fun of it too. And also, if you want to make slip, if there is any cracks or anything, then you can. It's just water and clay. I recommend using your scraps for slip. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to kind of go inside of the bowl very gently with the water and make it kind of smoother. Because we don't want those fingerprints or anything inside of the bowl, and we want to work with the inside first because we're still touching the outside. Okay, and so what I'm doing, and I'll show you around this area, is I'm dipping my paintbrush in water and I'm simply just going like this, making it all smoothed out. Alright, so do it the best you can. It's obviously not going to come out perfect, but, you know, definitely put in that effort into making it nice and kind of soft looking. And like I said, you don't want to add too much water because that causes it to wobble around a little bit, and you want that clay to strengthen when it dries. Okay, and I'm just going to add a few more things, and now we want to go to the inside of the rim in this area and kind of clean that up a little bit, make it kind of even looking. Alright, and then you can kind of put your finger around it and make the rim even with all the other sides. Okay, so now what we want to do is kind of start on the outside, just on the kind of top on this part. Okay, we're gonna slowly go around that. Just making sure everything looks nice. And it's not kind of that grummy looking, which is what we don't want. Okay. So now the next thing we want to do is just really put our fingers and smooth it in the top, making sure that, you know, it's what we want. Okay, so this is kind of the basics of your bowl. It's clean looking. It's not that bad. Now if you want to make a lid for your bowl, this is where it does kind of get pretty fun, because you can make a bunch of different designs. Now I'm just going to put my bowl to the side and kind of start it on my lid. So what we want to do is cut the clay that we want to use. Okay, and let me just double check this. Hold on. Okay. So now our lid, we just want to take our air dry clay. Okay. So I do probably need a little bit more. Okay, and that should be good. So we want to smush it all together like we did the exact same thing with the bowl, and apply pressure. Now for making a lid, it's a little bit different. You can take a really thick kind of paintbrush and use the end of that to roll it, but it can get a little tricky. So you can kind of just use your hands and mold it that way. Alright. So don't put your bowl away or anything, because you do need that for size measurements. Alright. So make a lid any kind of shape you want. I'm just going to do it the shape of my bowl. Alright. So I'm going to add pressure, and I'm going to take my bowl and kind of just place it next to it, okay? And place it on top. Does it fit? What do I have to do? Alright? Alright, so it needs to be wider. So I'm going to apply more pressure to the center and then stretch it out from the middle out. Alright. How's it look now? Is it too big now? Is it too small? Compare it. And it still needs to be a little wider in some areas. Okay, so kind of spread it out. And once again, go from there. Okay? So just let me double check on the ounces of clay we need. Okay, so after you do that, that's pretty much it. Form it the way you want. This was just really quick. If you wanted to make a lid, I'm not making a lid, but I just wanted to show you, then just shape it around, fill in these creases. And that's really about it. Okay, so this is the bowl tutorial. Hope you liked it. Hope it was helpful. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what you want to see, and I'll do my best. Okay? Alright, thank you guys.